Guys, this is Sparring with Pro Box Respect TKO. I'm at the TKO boxing gym with my boss, Johnny Eames. Johnny, how are you, bro? You all right?
I'm fine, pal. I'm good.
Yeah, good. Looking well?
Yeah, trying to.
I know it's an empty gym at the moment, but it's not always like that.
No, you've just missed the morning session, so we're just waiting for the evening session to start. So I'll get a bit of dinner and a cup of coffee now for a half hour.
Yeah, just chill out.
Yeah.
How's the family doing, all right?
All good, mate. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start about talking about, obviously the gym's looking fantastic. What's the setup like now at the moment?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the fighters are picking up. As I've just said, you've missed the morning session. It's a busy session.
Yeah.
I've got sort of 6 or 7 professionals now signed with me. 4 of them, 5 of them have already made their debuts and boxed. One's having his 3rd fight in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, the amateur session's buzzing. Got some great additions to the amateur fighters and coaching staff. We've now got our affiliation to the ABA, so yeah, all going in the right direction.
Absolutely, and congratulations on that as well, Johnny.
Yeah, great.
Some of the fighters you just mentioned, you've got professional guys on your books as well. Who's some of those guys, Johnny?
Well, we've got little Casey Gadimi, who if anyone knows Casey, what a great little kid he is. I mean, he even sponsored the ring for the gym.
Excellent.
Which is why it's called the Casey Gadimi ring now. He's a good little fighter. He's a good inspiration to the other kids in the gym.
Yeah.
And he's had 2-1-2. Unfortunately, he's been cut in both the fights, so we've got to teach him a different way of fighting.
Sure.
To get his head out instead of in. We've got little Frankie Arnold, who a lot of the coaches up here are raving about. He's an 18-year-old kid. So much ability, so much talent. Very, very talented. Bit of a sick note at the minute because he's still a baby. He's always got something wrong with him, but he's coming along very well, little Frankie.
Excellent.
We've got RJ Douglas, who's those who know amateur boxing and professional boxing know his father, Rod Douglas, who was an absolute top class amateur.
That's right. Yeah.
Decent professional, and then was sadly ended up in a coma, but came through it. We've got Rod, he's a middleweight. I've got another talented Cuban from Southend. Michael Fonseca, who's again making his debut next week. It's going to be the nuts. It's growing. Time's growing, mate.
Any of those, there's quite a few names there. Anyone in particular that really excites you? And I know I'm putting you on the spot there, mate, but...
I don't never like putting any fighter in front of any fighter. They all excite me, pal. They all excite me.
Excellent. I know you've also been hosting some of the TKO trials for Queensbury Boxing League as well.
Ross, yeah.
For Ross, Alan, so big shout out to those guys.
Yeah,
is that quite successful for you guys as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've had anyone on it yet myself. So, I know I haven't had anyone on it from this gym, but we're talking to Ross now about the next couple of shows. We've had a couple of boys come down to the trials and he liked them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something I'm really looking at. But as the gym's growing in them sort of directions, not with me as the coaches, but with other coaches here, then yeah, sure, we'll put boys on them shows.
Yeah.
I can't openly be involved in doing them, but nothing to say I can't train them type of boys. I just can't do their corner work.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and they've got a good concept there, haven't they? With the with the
Ross
white collar.
Ross is doing a great job.
He's a great job. Great guys as well. What's happening with the gym out in Tenerife as well, Johnny?
The gym in Tenerife is all complete, all finished. Ringside kindly sponsored me for some bags for out there.
Fantastic.
Which we sent over. It's all been refurbished. The apartments have been refurbished. New swimming pool. That's my phone. I won't answer.
Could be Eddie Hearn.
Yeah. or could be Eddie Hearn, but he'll have to wait. I'm sorry, Eddie. Yeah. I'm being interviewed by a good man.
Bless you.
It's all ready to go. We'll have to go over there. The only stumbling block I've got at the moment is the guy who actually bought it. Obviously, I don't own it. I'd like to own it, but I ain't got that sort of money. But the guy who actually bought it, who I'm working with, was being a little bit extortionate with his prices. I had plenty of interest, but when I quoted the prices of what he was quoting to me, it wasn't doable.
Okay.
So I'm in talks with him at the moment. He's dropped it quite considerably, the pricing, but it's still not enough for me. I want it a little bit lower if we can.
Yeah.
The facilities over there for me. Listen, Marbella's great facilities, but it's not private.
Yeah.
TKO Tenerife is private, isolated, your own training camp. If you're a champion and you need seclusion and privacy, it's the place to go. It's great. And what betters it to being in Spain is the altitude running. It's fantastic. It's unbeatable. Do you know what I mean?
I remember you showing the pictures from last time. It looked
Oh,
fantastic.
mate, it's unreal. It's unreal. You know, in my heyday, back in the mid 2000s, when I had all the champions, you know, I was in Tenerife more than what I was here.
Yeah.
And the results showed in itself. You know, these were genuine 50-50 fights, not 70-30 fights, and we was winning them.
Yeah.
You know. So it speaks for itself, you know what I mean?
So
it weren't for me being a good trainer, it was because they was trained in a good place.
Exactly. But we'll look out for that space as well. So
yeah.
Hopefully good news to come there as well. I mean, the other day I saw something come up. Actually, it was Billy Joe Saunders. We'll talk about him in a second.
Yeah.
And he put a post up about him and Jimmy Tibbs.
Yeah.
And it still brings a lump to my throat, you know, looking at some of the pictures to the gym. But listen, you've got a fantastic place going here. How does it feel now, mate, in comparison?
It ain't home, it still ain't home.
Yeah.
It'll never take place with the TKO or the characters we had in TKO.
Definitely.
We're building on it, we're trying to get it there. I miss Jimmy Tibbs, I miss Mark Tibbs. You know.
And they probably, I'm sure they pop in occasionally as well, don't
Yeah,
they?
I mean, Mark comes up with his fighters occasionally for sparring, and it's always nice to see him.
Yeah,
I
great
always
guy.
speak to Jimmy on the phone, and we talk about different things, not only boxing. It's nice to stay in contact with Jimmy because, as you all know, he was my biggest inspiration in boxing.
Absolutely.
And helped me in so many title fights. You know, it's me you see and get. I've explained to you before. It's me you see getting in the ring talking to the fighters, but the talking's done in between rounds in the corner between Jimmy and myself.
Yeah.
You know, although I take the accolade for the champions, it was a lot of it was down to him and helping me in the corners, and obviously the cuts. You know.
Yeah.
You know, him and Mick Williamson are the two best cutsmen in the game, and I've been blessed to have both of them work with me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I can't fault that. But yeah, I do miss the old TKO and the characters that was around it. A lot of friends used to come in. You know, don't come here no more. But I know they're there if I need them.
Absolutely.
Real friends, true friends. You know, they're always there.
Yeah. Are you still helping out with the Bad Boy promotions?
We have fighters training. I train some of the fighters because, again, as I said, I don't do the corners, you know, because I can't.
You can't do it yet.
But I do have fighters here who I train. Warranted they pay me. I don't do it for nothing, but they pay me.
You can't.
They pay me. Can't do nothing for nothing no more.
That's true.
I'm scared. It used to be out to it. But can't do that no more. But you know, I enjoy training them boys. It's nice to see them come through. When they come into the gym, they're not half a mate young enough to box normal, but it's nice to be able to see them progress into something that they really never thought they could do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my style of boxing. You'll see me at the shows. I stay upstairs. I don't watch the boxing.
Yeah.
Because it ain't a bit of me, but you know, it's enjoyable for the people that go.
Yeah, some great guys, but you know, again, great facilities here.
Yeah.
Going back to Billy Joe, did you? I know you don't often watch a lot of the fights. Did you catch the one with Billy Joe and David Lemieux?
I make a point of watching Billy because he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's an original TKO fighter. No matter where he is now, he's an original TKO fighter.
TKO family.
You know, and family. Yeah, I see posts from him, and like you just said earlier, it brings a little lump to my throat when he puts photos up of him in the gym and saying how he misses the place himself, which is great to have a world champion talking about the facilities we provided.
Definitely.
It's sad to see that him and Jimmy ain't together no more, but things happen for a reason. For me, he's never going to get a coach as knowledgeable as Jimmy and as good as Jimmy, but Dominic Ingle and Billy Joe Saunders seems to be working at the moment.
Definitely.
And I'm pleased it is because, you know, in fairness to Billy, and he'd be the first to admit, his couple of fights before going to Dominic, he didn't look like Billy Joe, and I'm sure we all agree that.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever Dominic's doing, keep doing it, Dom, because you're doing a good job with the kid and he deserves it.
I think he's found home again, hasn't he? Because you're right. I mean, and it proves it because the recent post he put up, he said he paid a lot of tribute to Jimmy Tibbs, didn't he?
Yeah, and so he should. You know, Jimmy to Billy was like Jimmy was to me as a trainer. Jimmy to Billy as his coach.
Yeah.
Was like to me as a coach's mentor. You know, I learned so much off of Jimmy, and so did Billy. You know?
And it's funny, isn't it, mate? When you talk about his performances in the middle. Not only, yes, there was a world-class trainer in the middle as well, but skipping back to that, I think he's found what he had in the Andy Lee fight when he was with Jimmy Tibbs, didn't he?
Yes.
And then he went a bit flat in the middle, and now he looks amazing under Dominic Ingle again.
When he went flat, I don't think that was... Well, no, it was definitely nothing to do with what Jimmy was doing. It was more to do with what Billy wasn't doing.
Yeah.
I think, and I think Billy knows that.
Yeah.
And I think Billy knew that had to be addressed. And I think the only way for Billy to address that was to change camps. Nothing I hope was aimed against Billy and Jimmy, and I'm sure it wasn't.
To be honest, that flat period I'm talking about, Johnny's, I think it was just something wasn't right for Billy, and I think he also joined briefly camps with Anna Booth, as you know, and then he went to Dominic Ingle. But it's great. Listen, that performance was world class.
World class. I mean, listen, I don't get excited about the opponent because I know a lot of people was getting excited about the opponent.
Yeah.
I don't think he was as great as opponent as what people was making out to. But that don't make no difference.
No.
Billy dealt with him in a world-class way.
Yeah.
That's what makes the difference. It ain't the opponent, it's how you deal with the opponent. And Billy dealt with him in a world-class way.
Yeah.
You know, and that was understood. I mean, when he looked over his shoulder, looked at me.
That was amazing, wasn't it? Looked out to see you
my
and
little
stuff.
grandson started laughing. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
mate, that was brilliant. But as you say, I think it's because Lemieux came with a certain CV, didn't he? And also having fought Golovkin.
Yeah.
So he sort of flattered him. But Billy knew he had the skill set. And most
Billy's got the
importantly,
skills-
his
Billy's got the
mindset.
skill set to beat anybody.
His mental. And I think, Billy, you're going to beat Golovkin. So there you go.
I'll hold fire on that. I'd love Billy to beat Golovkin, but you know, I don't judge. But I can remember Billy as a 15-year-old kid coming to TKO and sparring with Ross Minter.
Yeah.
Ross Minter was getting ready to fight for the English title. Yeah. Ross Minter went to me at the end of the first round. How many of them in this ring with me? He went, he's fucking hitting me everywhere. Billy was 15 years of age. And, you know, from that, at the time I managed his brother, Tommy. Billy was unbelievable, mate. And I always knew that he would go all the way. And anyway, enough of me bumming up Billy. He knows I think the world of him.
Definitely. Before we leave, Johnny, just give the any viewers or anybody who wants to come to the come to the gym.
Well, first off, I'd like to tell you about the guy Arnold I've just had join me.
Oh, all right, yeah, go on.
World-class fighter, Emanuel Cwayi, cousin of Ike Cwayi, brother of Joshua Clotte, who fought Pacquiao.
Right.
Yeah. He's 22 fights, 20 wins, 19 by KO.
Excellent.
Yeah. He's #1 challenger for the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title. And I'd like to let the big promoters out there know that he's available for fights. He's a little bit heavy at the minute, he's 10 stone 2. But 4 to 6 weeks he'll be down to his 8 stone-ish, 8 stone 10-ish. I'll have him down to at least 9 stone.
Excellent.
So we'll be ready for fights in about 4 weeks' time. So all you big promoters out there, if you're looking for somebody, he's the boy.
Give Johnny Eames a call.
Super bantamweight.
Excellent, excellent. So regarding your normal sort of activities down here, Johnny, give us a little brief overview. What days you're open, what classes, that sort of thing,
Okay,
mate.
Mondays to Friday in the morning. My professional start at 11 a.m. We've still got a few spaces if there's any pros out there looking to who are unattached or are looking for a good outfit to look after their careers. We can do that. If you're a top class amateur, look at the term professional. Come and have a 2-week trial with us. We give everybody a 2-week trial. We decide at the end of the 2-week trial, not only I decide, the fighter decides. It gives the fighter a chance to make sure he's made the right decision.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's we start at 11 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings is our newly affiliated amateur club, who are called Lighthouse TKO ABC. We've now just received our affiliation to the ABA. It's a very busy session, a session which myself and Cwayi Ali are involved with Mark Rolfe. We actually help out training the kids now, and I've got my buzz back for that again. I'm loving
Excellent.
it. We've also had a former Barking amateur, top class Barking amateur join us in Ori Jones, those who was about in the 80s on the amateur scene of the North East Tibbs and all that, and in London titles and all that. You remember Ori Jones, fantastic fighter, great addition to the training staff up here. That's on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. 4:30 till 6 is the under 16s, 6 to 8 is the over 16s. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we've got Marianne Marston's Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, ladies class.
Yeah.
That's starting to pick up now. There's 10 or 12, 15 ladies of 10.
And what a great female fighter she is, champion.
She's a good female fighter, she's also a good female coach.
Yeah.
Thursday she does a mixed session, which we're only just starting to try and get going now at the moment. And Saturdays we're just starting up a karate class, Saturday mornings.
Excellent.
for kids. It's in the TV stages at the moment. Watch this space, and we'll be letting you know more about that.
Definitely. Johnny, thank you for today, the interview. It's always a privilege for me to come and see you, boss. And
privilege to have you, pal. No problem.
Thank you, my brother, and I'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate. All the best.
God bless.